You've made over 100 decisions already today. The final boss, the what's for dinner question at the end of the day, can be one that breaks your spirit completely. And there's only one true fire way to make that question disappear forever. That's going to be building your no decision menu. That's going to be a handful of go-to meals that you can make basically in your sleep, blindfolded, if you think about it that way. These meals, they're meant to reduce your decisions around food the entire week, so you have that focus and clarity to build on throughout the week on what actually matters. Decision fatigue is real. Most people think that they lack discipline or motivation when thinking about meal planning, but that's not true. It's really just the amount of decisions every day that compound on one another, week after week, month after month. They build up what's called decision fatigue, and it's something that can hinder your focus and clarity throughout the week. By 6 p.m., that mental energy, you're completely fried, you're drained. You don't have the bandwidth to think through what needs to happen. Think about what happens on any given day. Maybe it's 50 different work decisions throughout the day. Maybe you're dealing with kids, pickup, drop-offs, practice, home projects, you get your handyman coming in, whatever it may be. There's many decisions in the day that you don't need to add another one in terms of planning your meals out. That doesn't need to be a true decision that negatively impacts you anymore if you take a few minutes to make this no decision menu. The cost of freelancing or winging it every night is destructive. You're going to kill your energy at night. You're going to sleep worse. You're not going to wake up with as much energy and ability to think through and make correct decisions all day, all because you thought about the dinner the night before, you ordered greasy takeout delivery food, or you made a PB&J that didn't fuel your body the way it would normally. Think about how many times you stood in front of the fridge with no plan. You open it maybe 10 times in a row hoping something magically appears, the ingredients to make this beautiful dinner. It never appears though, unfortunately. Back when I planned meals at Scales in the Coast Guard for a couple hundred people, there was literally no room for error with meal planning. You couldn't just wing it. We always had to have some kind of meal ready to go. One circumstance in particular, when I took over our menu planning, I made a true mistake. We came back from a long 6-month deployment. In the first week we were back, I didn't make the menu for that week. So it just depleted our entire crew's mental energy the rest of the day. The cook came in, they didn't know what they were cooking. The crew didn't know what they were eating. There wasn't food thawed out. And it tanked a lot of the operations that needed to happen the day after we came in from port. That's a very broad, wide-scale result of what can happen if you don't use this no decision menu type of option. Because back then, for instance, we would have a set of, let's call it 8 to 12 meals in rotation that we could pull from. These were go-to meals. The same structure I used back in the military works perfectly fine for a household of 1 or more. So these go-to meals, think of it as if you're more of an entry-level cook, no problem. You don't have many cooking skills. You don't have a lot of knowledge of recipes and cooking methods. You can do a simple meal like granola, milk, and berries. That's a perfectly fine go-to meal. If you want it to be a PB&J, not the most nutritious, but that works too. It could be a tuna sandwich instead. If you're a little more advanced, a little complex, maybe it's a chicken stew or a soup option, something in the crock pot. Whatever it may be, a go-to meal, the main point, you should be able to recite the ingredients of the recipe offhand. You don't need to go find a cookbook or scroll the internet to pull it up. You should be able to rattle it off. You should be able to go to the grocery store, go down the aisles you need, and grab the ingredients for that go-to meal. That's the definition of a go-to meal. Should be quick to cook as well. That's bonus points right there. So the main concept here is zero thinking behind a go-to meal. The ingredients, they might be staples that are already in your house already. That's one part of this no decision menu. The second part is an experimental meal. All I mean by that is something a little more creative in the kitchen, more time consuming. Save these for those weeknights. Maybe you're planning a date night in or something fun to make with your family, and for weekends. The issue is when you don't know how to separate a go-to meal from an experimental meal. The go-to meals, that's your bread and butter. That should be your Monday through Friday. Every once in a while, throw an experimental meal on one weeknight, like I mentioned, if you have a little extra time. Otherwise, you're sticking to those go-to meals because those are what's going to make your week go smoothly. You shouldn't have to think about what to cook. You shouldn't have to grab that cookbook every time. You should just be able to rattle them off. One of my go-to meals I do often is overnight oatmeal. You hear me talk about it a lot. Oatmeal, milk, berries, sometimes bananas, sometimes granola. Almost always have those ingredients on hand in my house. We eat that almost every breakfast, my wife and I. It's super easy. You can make it ahead of time. I can make 4 to 6 servings in about 5 minutes. Super Super, super easy. Another go-to meal of mine is spaghetti marinara. I keep some jarred sauce in the pantry along with some dried spaghetti. Some Parmesan's always in my fridge. Easy meal right there. Maybe I'll serve it with some warm bread or something like that. The main point is I have that breakfast and dinner on lock all the time. Usually Thursday nights we do an experimental meal. My wife finds something cool on TikTok or Pinterest and we experiment in the kitchen. We have some fun, spend a couple hours, make a little date night of it. So your action step here to make this work this week for you, it's going to take about 5 minutes or so. Pick 1 to 2 go-to meals. Write them down in a notepad on your notes app, your computer, whatever you can do to reference it again. You're going to write down this 1 to 2 meal. You're going to write down the name of it. You're going to write down the ingredients, how many servings, and the instructions if you need it. But remember, it's a go-to meal, so you should really be able to rattle it off. You shouldn't really need to write that part down. But if you need to, that's perfectly fine. Then you're going to map these go-to meals out for next week. Do it at least 1 day, maybe 2, maybe a little more if you're a little more experienced. Do a few meals worth. You're going to see the weight lifted off of you and those decisions just melt into more focus and clarity every day. That brings you through the week with that time to focus on what really matters. To speed all this up, I got a free 10-minute meal planning system you can grab down in the link below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and watch this video next.